Manoj, he is the editor of Times of India, Kerala, and former editor of New Indian Express and Deccan Chronicle. Now, a former resident editor of Asianet News, and has been very much in this whole area, and he's been also closely associated with us. So Manoj, again, the role of media, the whole thing that we're talking about. I will mercilessly cut you after 5 minutes.
I'm glad Fourth Wave is acknowledging the fourth estate in this fight. Surup, you should edit your speech and convert that into an anthem. Look at our hopes. Now put some music, but with that brevity, that clearly sums up what we have to discuss in the course of the day. Now, exactly, we are a society in depression. At all age group, every level, every institution, we are a society in depression, including me. Because somewhere, when we dealing ourselves from the joint family system to the nuclear family, we lost a code and we became orphans in every sense of the word. The friend who made that last presentation before you came on stage, he summed up his PPT with this: it takes a village to bring up a child. We had that village. All of you in the mid-40s like me would acknowledge the fact that I was more scared about my friend's father watching me doing some mischief than my own father. Because the news was carried home. Ma'am would understand it. Ajay was there. She was the education secretary, very senior bureau. She would understand what I am saying. This insulators, this social insulators we have lost. These insulators that ensured that we limited our mischief to certain acceptable levels is today not there. Adding to what Swaroop said, we have totally lost touch with our children. We don't know their mind. We try to give them all comfort, but we don't know their mind. Irrespective of various economic strata, we just make them comfortable. We just cushion their lives. We just hide the realities from them. They don't understand the pain that I go through at office, the embarrassments I face from my boss. It was not the case when I was a child. I used to get a daily report from my father how tough his day was. When I started smoking, I don't smoke now, when I started smoking, first I tried cigarette when I was in class 8. And that day my dad caught me. Naturally, a friend's father told home that, okay, this guy is trying smoking. One simple advice which he gave me is that don't ever do anything in life that you can't tell your mother. Trust me when I say this, about the letters that feed me, I have not done anything that I can't tell my mother. I enjoy my drink, which I can always tell her. I picked up fights, which I can tell her. No, I'm not trivializing the subject. See, from the point of a media house, we highlight issues. We reflect the issues in the 360-degree view we try to give. The punishment that you have, the social embarrassment you face, the taboo that the society attaches with this. One thought which I would like to leave here is, should we be just addressing the kids? What about the parents in the 30s and 40s? Aren't they to be blamed? Or shouldn't they be given a shock absorber? I think it's you who mentioned that people run to spiritual heads for solace, which again are power centers. So they don't have these cushions, the lung spaces to breathe. So shouldn't Project Venda or maybe a group of parents of cured children, shouldn't they be addressing parents in the mid-30s and 40s? And, focusing them, helping them, hand-holding them in mentoring their children. Can't each of us act as a mentor? Now, coming to needless to add that we as a responsible media house, like Mathrubhumi, the Times of India group has stated policies regarding substance abuse. We don't sack a person when we find him having a problem. We try to help him out. Helpless, there are cases where we are sacked people also. The no-nonsense approach to substance abuse. So we will support the cause, the fourth wave, whichever way possible we can, which is like a carte blanche. They all our support from Times of India.
There is, I think, a role that media could perhaps play in making a fringe thing come to the mainstream. Like say for example, 3 or 4 months ago, the Time did an exclusive issue. The entire issue was dedicated to the opioid crisis in the US. Yeah, the opioid crisis in the US. And there you're looking at 64,000 people dying of drug overdose every year. We have 10% of those cases registered from what the statistic that you just said already. So which means the problem is actually much more. So what did Time do? Time lent, and for the first time in 95 years, they got one photographer to do the entire book, entire magazine. And what they did was they said openly that we have a national emergency. So which woke up, which actually opened the eyes of a lot of people. And 64,000 deaths a year is equivalent to the number of people they lost in a couple of battles, in a couple of wars recently. So it's not a small thing. So is there a role that, I don't know if I'm doing your job, sorry.
No, but being sensitive.
Yeah, I'm just, because I don't know. I mean, how do we bring a fringe thing into the mainstream? Would be something that I've been thinking about for a while.
Point one, even if the media is sensitive and we censor the content, it's easily available on the social media. For anyone interested in knowing the source of where to procure, easily available. Because once, the problem is that the more they are getting into their own zone, me zones, in that me zone, there are no friends, but only this fraternity. The fraternity to empathize and sympathize with them. Like you said, there's a pain, and this fraternity catalyzes that pain in the most severe forms. There's nothing like a counseling that end up in the cheetah. It's not that. You say that. You don't have any right. You don't have any right to suffer this abuse from your dad. That is the type of category. When in our young days, even we were punished at home, but then our friends would say, same in my place also, it's so here. Come, let us go for a walk or a swim. But here today, so my point is, even if we are sensitive and we try to, camouflage certain facts, if for an interested soul, he will find space. Because he has this gadget that all of us have, coded language, code words to be used, WhatsApp messages, and more secretly with the Telegram, which most kids use. Again, being sensitive to the issue. In one of the prominent schools in Cochin, the main courier is a teacher's son. It's a teacher's son. Trust me when I say this. And because of this boy, many kids have lost their lives. But I am working with one of those kids because his father is a common friend, highly talented person, one of the rank holders in one of the prominent National School of Designs, who has not yet completed his third year. A highly talented person. The dad is also talented. So my point to us, it is not just, we have to highlight these facts. And also, one suggestion is, I don't know that I answered your point, but one suggestion is that we can adopt these kids. We should work with their families. Their parents should also be counseled. I emphasize on this part because each of us would acknowledge the role that our parents played, their friends' fathers played, as the society played in forming us, molding us, correcting us. And that is what we are losing today. We have to re-establish that insulation. Now, we as media can be sensitive. We can say that Ariyapadata, Parayapadata, Kandatlata, all that types of word we can cover up the thing. We can depack it. But would that solve the situation?
Yeah, there was also, perhaps from the crowd, there was a question, Abhilash is asking, can we present a few case studies every day through our press, electronic media, trying specific stakeholders like parents, teachers, targeting specific, I think some of it is already happening through features. Some of the papers and others are doing, but someone is suggesting maybe a campaign, like a campaign. Another suggestion that has come is, can we have some kind of a media collaboration possible? Media lining up, a collaboration, coming together to take the message out. A joint effort, is something like that possible in the coming years? What's your response? Yeah. Any suggestions? These are some of the things coming from the floor.
Very much possible, because media, we do align on certain issues. Like when media freedom is under threat, we do align. When we feel, the point is, we are ready to do that, but who will ensure that our message is reaching this digital generation? We can publish pages, and Swoop and Sharton would know the price of a space and column space in a newspaper. We are ready to give that space. But then, it can't be read just by journalists and third generation. So if the school can ensure that the media, the papers are reaching the students, I'm not marketing for the master, I'm being very sensible, because the youngsters are not reading the papers. It's a fact. We are struggling, we are giving subsidized copies to reach them. So my point was, I'm not again reading another crisis hitting print media, but my point was, there's a method, there's a platform that ensures that our message would reach the right audience. I mean, we'll only be happy to have. We'll only be happy to spare more space. One suggestion, again, I'm thinking aloud. Maybe we commemorate a lot of days, right from Gandhi Jayanti to Environment Day to Children's Day to Independence Day to Republic Day. Maybe, the substance abuse and the threat looming over a state and a country should be made part of these commemorations. Gandhi Jayanti, we clean up the environment, we try to clean up the neighborhood. You see every politician donning a boot and a glove and coming out and doing Gandhi Act. But they don't even apply their mind. Maybe, this particular reality, stats are very threatening. As I said, 10% of what America is witnessing today, we are experiencing. Whereas our economic status, we are 1 by 100 of what they are, right? So maybe, is it possible, or should it be made mandatory, that it should be made part of every celebration, whether it's Independence Day or whatever day we celebrate? Say no to drugs should be part of that particular celebration.
Can we have one quick round of any proposals to Venda project, media collaboration? So various media, we have mainline media, then we have social media, advertising media. I don't know whether we talk here about games and the gaming, which is coming up so much, which perhaps I don't think we are dealing with those. We are not even aware of it, how our children here are in those fields. Anyway, this whole area of substance abuse free environment and media, any quick round of suggestions, and then we will conclude the discussion.
Definitely all support, but I was thinking one step forward, that with the project, there should not be an overlap among the NGOs working in this sector. Because we should not be focusing on the same, because there's a need of focused campaign on target audience. So there should be clear demarcation on, because it's waste of energy and waste of resources, point one. Point two, you should write to he's the boss, you can design for his paper, but I can't. But we should approach the Indian Newspaper Society and such forum, such management owners association, and say no to drugs logo, a generic one, not Project Venda, not everything else. So we planted in every story that is reported on drugs issue, murder, crime related to it. So every story across India in every newspaper would have this common logo, which in a way says say no to drugs. So that means that it is re-emphasized. Every time you read a crime report related or induced by a drug substance abuse, or even if it's like a bike crashing, domestic violence because of over drinking, everywhere it is logo campaign. Because the NGOs together, their platform can approach the newspaper society, and then this message would be re-emphasized every time a reader, viewer reads, watches.